The Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences has decided to award Sveriges Riksbanks Prize in Economic Sciences in memory of Alfred Nobel 2023 to Professor Claudia Goldin, Harvard University, USA.
The sixth and final Nobel Prize has been announced in Stockholm today. American economic historian Claudia Goldin won the prize for her research on the gender gap in the labor market. Goldin is just the third woman to win the award, and it's arguably a small step in closing the Nobel Committee's own gender gap. Albert Delatella has more on this story. He joins us now from our newsroom. Albert, what more can you tell us about the winner and her work?
Well, Abby, the award is in recognition of Claudia Goldin's research on women's labor market and the inequality associated with it. The Harvard professor has analyzed over 200 years of U.S. data to demonstrate how and why gender differences in earnings and employment have changed over time. You can see her there. Part of her research found that women's participation in the labor market did not have an upward trend over this time, but instead had a U-shaped curve. You can see that curve on your screen. Women's participation decreased with the transition from an agrarian to industrial society. In the early 19th century, she found that increasing with the growth of the service sector after that. That was because of structural change and evolving social norms. However, earnings gaps have persisted. The committee says Goldin has provided the first comprehensive account of women's earnings and labor market outcomes through the centuries.
If women do not have the same opportunity as men, or they participate on unequal terms, labor, skills, and talent go wasted. Thanks to Professor Goldin's groundbreaking research, we know much more about the underlying factors driving women's labor market outcomes, and which barriers may need to be addressed in the future.
As you say, Abby, Goldin is only the third woman to win the Nobel Memorial Prize in Economic Sciences, with the other two going to Elinor Ostrom in 2009 and Esther Duflo in 2019. It's actually the Nobel Prize with the fewest number of women who have won. So, as you say, a bit of a gender gap there. Last year, it went to U.S. economists Douglas Diamond and Philip Dybvig for their research into how banks can get into financial trouble. This is just the latest award from Sweden's Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences. Last week, they handed out prizes in medicine, physics, chemistry, literature, and peace. The prizes are handed out in December with a cash award of about $1.4 million, as in Canadian dollars. Abby.
Albert Delatella wrapping up the Nobel Prizes for this year. Thanks for that, Albert.
You're welcome.